This is going to be the fastest get ready with me that you've ever seen in your life because I have an appointment this morning. So get ready with me to take my son to his appointment. So we're going to talk about the story about how I lost my virginity. This is a quick makeup, just like a quick beat because I'm really like low on time. We're going to talk about how I lost my virginity. When I was 13 years, I lost it at 13. Please do not judge me. I have a story behind it. When I was 13, I was dating this white boy named Jesse, and I just felt like it would be safe to lose my virginity with him because he was like really gentle with me and he made me feel like it wouldn't hurt. My mom had no idea I was sexually active. Like at this time, I was living in Rosemount, Minnesota, and my mom was she was a manager at a local grocery store called Aldi here in Minnesota for those that don't have an Aldi in their state. Now, it was different because I later Jesse and I actually broke up and he left me for some Russian girl named Nikita, right? And I was like super like messed up about it. And so then I started dating this black guy named Kenny. And we weren't really dating, but we were just like in the same friend group. The reason why I'm rushing my makeup so hard like this is because my son has an appointment with the psychiatrist. And to meet with a psychiatrist in the state of Minnesota, it's like an 8-month waiting list. And so when you actually finally get one, it's just like you got to actually make the appointment or you're gonna miss it. So if I look like a clown at the end of this beat, then it is what it is. So my mom had no idea that I was like even sexually active, right? But she didn't find out I was sexually active until I had sex with the black guy when I was 13. I think word got out that I was sexually active because I believe my sister found out through the grapevine that I was me and this guy. I'm messing up my makeup so bad. I don't even care. Don't judge me. But my sister, my I think she found out and she ended up telling my mom. And I was like, my mom was like all distraught about it. And so, long story short, I wasn't allowed to be around the opposite sex for 2 weeks. I was grounded. I thought my mom was joking when she said that. I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, you let me outside in like 2 days, but like literally 5 days went by and I'm still stuck in the house after school. And anytime I like even got dressed like I was gonna go outside or go anywhere, it would be like, where are you going? And then she had my brothers and sisters in on it. So it's like if I tried to leave and go hang out with my friends while my mom was at work, my brother would like not let me go outside. But everybody was like so disappointed in me because, I'm the youngest of four. Oh, I got makeup on my hair. Lord, that's what my little headband is for. Oh my goodness. My mom was a single mother. And so she didn't have eyes everywhere, nor did we have like security cameras and stuff like that in our home. Like she was just like she couldn't be everywhere at once. And I was just being fast. Like due to some childhood trauma, just like I was curious, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother story behind that, and I'm praying about whether or not I should share that because that was like some really deep wounds. But you know, oh my gosh, this makeup is so rushed. It's so rushed. We're gonna try not to overdo the. There's a witch in the spirit that talks to me. For those that don't know, I'm spiritually gifted, and she likes to joke around with my makeup. While I'm doing makeup, I can hear her in the spirit, like, "Oh, that's clown makeup," and so like that's why I'm like weird about how I apply my blush because she's like giving me post traumatic stress about it. But anyways, I was grounded. I was like, grounded for 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks went by and all my little homies in Rosemount, my little posse, they were like, where were you? I was like, I was grounded because I got caught, you know, doing the do. After that, I stopped for a while because, of course, I was too young. So I shouldn't have been out here doing that. But, anyways, yeah, I got grounded for 2 weeks after having sex with a boy when I was 13. Two boys. I was just doing so much. I'm so glad that the Lord delivered me in Jesus' name. But the reason why I mentioned the second guy was because I noticed that there was a difference. Like I felt like when I lost my virginity with the white guy, it was softer. It was more like, take your time. I'm not gonna rush you. And then I had sex with the black guy, it was like so fast paced, so rushed, like not intimate. It was just like I'd rather have been with the white guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I was 13 and I was like, I would rather be with somebody that's, gonna take their time with me and all the other stuff. But yeah. I lost my virginity when I was 13 and my mom locked me in the house for 2 weeks. Like that woman was not playing with me. She was so pissed off about it. Oh my God. And I'm the youngest of four too. So my siblings are all looking down at me like, oh, so you want to be a hoe now? But even though I was pretty fast in high school, just like messing around with guys, I did settle down for 10 years. I was with a guy for 10 years. And then I had two kids, and that slowed me all the way down. Like in high school, my sister used to always label me as someone who was really promiscuous. And I feel like it stemmed from something that happened to me when I was 6 years old. And it was like, I was really curious about sex and stuff after that trauma. And I kind of like never left the back of my head. And I'm not going to talk about it, but because I just don't want to talk about it. I don't think I'm ready to share that. But, like it started off really young. I was really young having sex. And now I'm scared because I have a child that's around the same age as me, or as I was. And I'm just looking at him like, I was really your age out here doing the do. And I'm just like, I will literally lock my son in his room for 3 years if he does anything that I did when I was his age. I wouldn't let that boy leave the house, okay? So it just scares me because I'm just like, I'm not like, just thinking about all this stuff that I did when I was his age. I'm just like, I'm not letting my kid leave the house. I'm glad that my kid's nothing like me. Like, my kid, like, he likes to play Roblox. You know what I'm saying? He likes to, um, talk about the solar system. He's a really smart boy. He likes to talk about things that I just didn't care about at all at his age. So, anyways, I gotta go, you guys. I'm gonna be late for this appointment if I don't like speed to Zeta. Okay. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. You got